Okay. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to our call. Happy last week of the month. We really end a week from today, but this is the big final push to achieve your goals. I heard there are going to be amazing new releases on Wednesday, and we've got a ton of stickers that say restocks coming in the last week of the month. So, or in August, which we're in last week of the month. So it's going to be a big week, and you guys are already crushing it. It's just so fun to see where you end up. I was just thinking about this call and how taking what Alicia trains us on tonight, which is Instagram parties, it might be really fun to challenge yourself to have one in August. Like, take what you learn tonight and go book one that starts on tomorrow or Wednesday. Like, that's the best way to take these trainings, is to learn and apply right away. So I think that would be a really fun challenge, and we'd love to hear feedback from those of you that do that. Like, post in the team page and let us know how they're going. So we are so lucky to have our friend Alicia on. Alicia Arrellano. Am I saying it right? Yay! I love saying your last name. I feel like it's like Ariana Grande. It's like they got the same little, yeah. So Alicia and me and Monica, we've known each other, I don't know, it's been almost since the beginning. We've been doing this together, and she's so fun. She was one of the pound instructors when we had a live fitness class, I think 2 summits ago. Was it in Utah? Okay, so I don't remember dates of any of that now, but so that's a thing that you guys can apply to do the virtual workouts. You'll be getting an email. If you're a fitness instructor, you can submit to be one of the instructors at that. And Alicia was one of them, and it was so fun. There's like one of the coolest pictures ever of her drumming with the lights and her hair, and it's so good. So we have an executive chat in the company. It's in the Facebook group, and I went in there and I asked, hey, you guys, our team would really love training on Instagram parties, but Monica and I haven't really, I mean, I think you've done one, Monica, but I have never done one, and we just don't feel well versed on it. But Alicia commented, and she's like, I'd be happy to do that. So that's why she's here. And Alicia, I forgot to invite all those executives who wanted to see this to the call, so we'll just post that later for them. But will you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your story, and then it's yours?
Awesome, absolutely. So as I'm going through, guys, feel free to drop some questions in the chat. I told Katie that it's not going to be super long because I'm mainly going to cover the differences between doing a party on Instagram versus Facebook, because I think everybody has kind of their Facebook template, and you guys kind of know how to run a virtual party. So I don't want to go over, oh gosh, my dog is a horse, and he just came and knocked into the desk and everything just flew. So yeah, I've been a part of Zaya for 2 years, and I met Katie kind of early on. I feel like at one of the summits right away. I'm an executive. I live in Minnesota, and maybe you can hear it in my accent. And it's funny, I went from Silkowski to Arellano, so both of them are not easy to say. I didn't upgrade my last name at all, but I'm going to be doing a training tomorrow night. I had to remember what I'm doing tonight, because if you saw on Team Zaya Papaya, I'm doing a training on Instagram reach outs. Instagram is really where I do a lot of Facebook parties, that's the majority, but I will say that I do a lot on Instagram, and I haven't had a chance. I was focusing on today. My kids start school tomorrow. I have 3 kids, and they're going back to school in person tomorrow. And so I've really just kind of been focusing on tonight, but I have to go look for numbers, because as I was kind of preparing this and preparing for tomorrow, I have a lot of reps on my team that are from Instagram. I've met so many people from Instagram, and so I don't by any means feel like I'm an expert in this area. I have done a handful of Instagram parties, but one of the girls signed up, one of them hit the max rewards, so I've done enough, and they've gone well enough that I can say, well, they've been successful enough that I feel like I can give you my tips and share what I know. But when Katie posted that, I was like, I'm no expert, but I'll share with you what I know. So I first want to cover the pros and cons, and then I'll try to talk slowly so you can take notes. But I was kind of putting together like a document of like, do this first, do this next, do this next. So I will get that to Katie by the end of the week. So you can just have it if you shouldn't take enough notes or something like that. So one of the things that I love about Instagram is what I do is I set up a different page. And so one of the things I love about that is they have to request to join it. Like they have to request to be there instead of like, you know, Facebook groups you can just add people to, you can mass add people to, or Facebook events. I don't know if you guys run your group, you know, a group or an event, but either one, you just add people to them. Where on Instagram, they have to request to be on the page. So they want to be there. They are intentionally there and they're kind of focused on what you're doing. Another thing I like is that you can do stories. So you can't do stories on a Facebook group or on a Facebook event, but you can do stories on Instagram. And you guys know the algorithm, the more someone is watching stories, it's going to be the first thing that pops up on their feed, you know, at the top of Instagram. So I love that feature. I also, and I'll get to this in just one second, but when someone requests to follow and they are following you, they will see your DM. Where if you try to friend somebody on Facebook and they don't accept your friend request, you guys know it gets kicked the messages to that request folder. And how many times do you guys know, like those messages go unread for years, right? So at least when it's on Instagram and they're following you, it will go into their inbox and they'll see it and they'll get a notification on their phone. So those are my pros. I only have one con that I really don't like about doing Instagram parties is that you can't post links and comments. So a lot of times people are like, what shirt is that? And on Facebook, I'll be like, it's right here. Or here's my whole outfit. Link, 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 right in the comments. And you can't do that on Instagram. So that's the only like downfall of Instagram that I can think of. Otherwise, everything else I love. So I'm just going to kind of go through like what I do, like how I do it, and then you guys can take notes. So I create a separate account that's private. So like my Instagram is Zaya Active Break Free Mom. So my party one that I run all my parties from is Zaya Active Break Free Mom Party. It's nothing original. It just has the word party at the end. So then I know that that's my party account. And I set it to private. So I kind of mentioned that already. So it's the same handle as my other one, but it just has party. So I'm not watching the chats right now. I'll look at them at the end, but I get really distracted when I start looking at everybody's chat. So just keep posting your questions. And if I didn't answer them already, then I'll get to them. So just have a separate account, you know, same email and everything. It's been so long since I set it up, but it just like I can flip over at the top of my Instagram from one account to the other easily. I keep it set to private. Like I said, that way people have to request to join the group. So, or the page, which is really nice because it forces your hostess to reach out to her friends. It forces your hostess to give them your page and, okay, this is where the party is, and then they join. Okay, so then in the profile at the top, you guys know you can have one link, like you would have one website link at the top of your profile, and that is the party link. So and you can change it. You can change it for every single party. So every party I have posted in the link, that person's party. So if Katie's having a party, then I have Katie's shop link in the bio. It's the home page of the shopping, just like you would do on any other party that you have, okay? And then in the profile, I usually have the hostess's name. Like, this is Katie's party, welcome, and then the link in the bio part. And then from there, I just run it like a normal party. So however you would do a normal party on Facebook, do the same thing. Do all the posts. They're just going to go, you know, one after the other, after the other, after the other. But then in addition to that, I highly recommend posting the stories. So that's what's really fun. You can post your outfit of the day. You can post the same things. I mean, I wouldn't say like that I post the same things I post on my other stories because I'm posting all the things, right? My dog and this thing and that thing, all the gong show things that go on in my life. But on there, I try to keep it more like this is my outfit and kind of the posts that you would do on Facebook. But now you're doing them not only in Instagram, but you could put them in the stories. You can do outfit ideas. And those are kind of like really good places for those kind of mix and match, flat lays, all those kinds of things. And get them asking questions like which one's your favorite and do the questions like the all-star, the bomber, you know, like 4 different bras and have them pick or whatever. You can have so much more fun with that aspect of it, I think. And that's kind of fun just to kind of see. And it's so easy for people to click the answer and you can connect with them then from there on a DM. So I do post to stories a lot. And then, so going live. So this is a little bit different too. So you guys know you can go live on Instagram. And I'm almost positive there's like a way to save it. Like right before you post it, you can go back and save it afterwards. Because I do the live, and then what I do is I upload it to IGTV. So if you guys aren't familiar, like when your video gets a little bit longer, it has to go on in IGTV. So once I do the live in the stories, then I'll take it, save it, and then upload it on there. So then people know. So it's saved afterwards. If, you know, it's 2 days go by and they haven't had a chance to watch the live until then they can go back and watch it. So it's really easy. It does take a little bit of time to like upload it. Like the process of uploading it just takes a little bit, but otherwise it's super easy. And then after the party is over, I know people always ask, like, do you remove everybody from the party? I do not. I leave everybody in there because, you guys, it's such an easy way. Like the next party rolls around and then, you know, Molly and Lindy were in the party and they're like, oh, it's somebody new that I don't know. And now all of a sudden, ooh, there's some cute products that just posted and I'm not in this person's VIP group because I'm only on Instagram. Now I can see some of these products and all of a sudden I want to buy again. So I don't remove anybody. I figure people can remove themselves. They can stop following. But every party I go through, and it is a little bit of a pain, but it doesn't take that long to just delete all the posts and start over again. Make sure that after that you have the new link at the top. And then like, if you want to, another thing that I'll sometimes do is I'll just change the link to my general shopping link once that party's over, because you know, when you click a party that's gone, then it like, I don't know, it says this party no longer exists or whatever it says on your website. So I just put like my own link at the top and then everything else is deleted. I might have like a welcome to my page, follow me on Zaya Active Break Free Mom if you want to see up-to-date things, and then I just let it go. Otherwise, just making sure like that you just change out that link at the top for every party. And like I said, I've had a lot of success. I connect with so many people on there. And if you kind of want to know a little bit more about that, check it out tomorrow how I do that. But Instagram has kind of been my jam. And it's funny because I never did Instagram before I did Zaya, but all of a sudden someone was like, kind of compared the two to me, and they were like, Instagram and Facebook. Facebook is like digging a hole with a spoon, and Instagram is like digging a hole with a bulldozer, because Instagram is just like so far reaching. Like, I don't know, my stories get way more like attention on Instagram. I've got followers, like I've got people in South Africa that want to join Zaya when it gets there. I've got people follow you all over the world, which I don't think they do, you know, so much on Facebook, and you can't follow hashtags on Facebook. So there's just different things, but yeah, like I said, the only con is that you can't post the direct link of a product necessarily right below, but I suppose you could do the swipe up feature. I haven't gone into that route yet, but otherwise I love it. Like I said, I had one lady join from a party. I've had a couple other parties be really, really successful. So it's a really good forum. It's just a little different, but the couple things that are different are not that different, if that makes sense. And like Katie said, just jump in and do it, and you're going to be like, oh, that was kind of cool. Like, it's just the things you're posting are the same. You might just add a little more flair to the stories, and otherwise everything else is pretty much how you would run a party on Facebook. I'm going to open up the chat and make sure, like, let's see here. That was my question. Yep. Okay, perfect. I got that one. Can you send links? You can send a link, like a direct link, like, you know, like if they're like, I liked that outfit, you could DM them like the link. You wouldn't be able to post it under their comments. And then the hostess sends the link. So like, there's a button on Instagram that says share this profile. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it. It's like on the 3 dots, share this profile. So that's all they would do, or you could do that yourself, like share this profile, copy it, and send it to your hostess, and then your hostess would do the same thing, copy that link and send it to everybody else. And then one thing you'll just have to be like very paying attention to, in case like you don't set up your Facebook parties like this, is in the group, like you have to keep approving everybody. You know, you want to make sure like that you're doing that in a timely manner, so they're not just sitting there like, I asked to join like 4 or 5 hours ago and she still hasn't approved it yet. So you want to make sure like you're on top of those so that people aren't missing things in your party and just kind of paying attention to that. You can't schedule posts. Did I see someone ask that? Yeah, from what I can tell, you can't schedule posts. And I guess that is another downfall because I do schedule out all my posts. But even if you're doing like a battle of the hostess, you know, like, you know, like that we're really trying to push, I know, like you just know that that's what you're doing. Like you just got to like bring it back to, you know, pioneer days before we realized that scheduling posts was the thing. And because it took me forever to schedule posts, and just remember to post. And I do, Nora, I probably do, gosh, how many posts do I do a day? I always do, this is kind of my like thing for any party. I always do a really early morning one to catch people before work. I do a mid-morning one, I do a noon one, I do a mid-afternoon, I do a early evening, and then I do a later evening. So I usually do about whatever that equates to, 6 or 7 posts a day. But then it's nice to use the stories because those just take a quick second to throw up there. And then if people want to see more, I think that's one of the valuable things about an Instagram party is if they want to hop on and see more things, then they can go to your stories. Use the QR code. Oh, I don't even know what the QR code is. Sorry. Let's see, Amy, I run them the same like amount of time. I always start my parties on a Sunday evening, and then I do a live on Wednesday after new releases, and then I officially close it out on Saturday, but my posts kind of trail off after the live. So I'll have a few on Thursday, and then Friday is like a funny thing and just a bunch of thank yous for orders that are coming in throughout the time. So I try to, it's not as that long, and I do the same amount of time. So Nina, I have a business account for my like regular Zaya page, but my party page is just a regular one and it's private. So, and I don't know, yeah, I don't know if there's a difference there. I just have left it just as a regular one. Yeah, and you could totally use the highlights and save the stories. Like that's what's really fun. There's just, like I said, there's some fun features to play with. And like I said, it takes a little bit to get used to because it's just different. Like you can't schedule posts and things like that. But then there's other features that are like, dang it, I wish I had this on Facebook too. Like the story feature, sorry, there goes my dog. The story feature is awesome. Like I think that's fun. And you can see, like, I don't think if it's just a regular page, you can't see how many people have like kind of seen your post, like to see like the analytics of that. But like if you go to stories, you can see like 80 people have seen the stories. So like those are what gets the traction, which is kind of fun. Then if they're watching them, it's going to keep popping up in their feed first.
Alicia, this is so smart. I was thinking that we were running it through like the DMs, which I know some people have done, but this is so easy and fun and interactive, and I don't know, I love it. I'm going to book one tomorrow.
Awesome.
That's my goal.
It is really fun.
It looks really fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Let's all go book one tomorrow and just give it a whirl. Yeah.
Awesome. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. You can always reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Yeah, like I said, I'm no expert, but this is just what I've done and it's worked. So
she's Zaya Break Free Mom.
Zaya Active Break Free Mom.
Zaya Active Break Free Mom. And I'm excited to watch your training tomorrow, Alicia. What time is that?
8, I think, Central. 8 Central.
8 Central. And that link, you guys, is in the Zaya Papaya team page. So I'll try to look for that and post it because I bet that would be a really nice companion to this training.
Yeah, I know. That's why when I asked you, I'm like, what am I training on again? I got to make sure I'm not talking the two. It's all Instagram for the next 2 days. There's a couple more questions that I saw just come in. Let's see here. When you post on stories, yes. So Julie, because it's a private page, then only the people that you have requested to follow you can see it. So yeah, and I would leave it private. I don't know. I would leave it private. Yep. So Nora, you make a different page for the party. So it's based off of your same account. Like, oops, just trying to. I was gonna try to like. There's no good way to show Instagram things, but okay. So like you have your regular Instagram, and then if you put another account on it, you like click on the bottom where your little profile thing is, and then at the top, like there's options to like switch accounts, or you can hit add account. So then you just like switch over to that one, and then it's there. Yeah.
Also, you guys, so we just had to do this because, Alicia, we just created a team account on Insta. And we haven't fully explored yet, but we're working on it. Anyway, I didn't know how to do it, so I just Googled how do I create an additional Instagram account, and everything is there. You just Google it, you guys, if you get stuck in Instagram.
Perfect, because like I said, it's been so long since I added one. I don't remember any of it. Like if I used a separate email or anything, but yeah, it's so much easier than DMs. That's funny. I wouldn't even know how to begin to run a party through DMs. So that's amazing that you guys were doing that. Well, yeah, we were doing it. Lindy, it's so easy. You just click in between accounts and it'll give you a notification like for both of them. So like if you get a DM on your party, but your regular page is open, you're still going to get, if you have notifications on your phone, you're still going to get the notification. And it took me a while to realize that at first. I was like, why do I have a notification? I don't have any on here, but it's on the other account. So just kind of like keep checking it, especially like I said, if you keep it private and then people are trying to add on to trying to join your page, just kind of keep an eye on it.
Monica, we should do an incentive for everybody who sets up a party on Instagram tomorrow. Gets something fun.
I'll have to figure it out. Awesome. Thank you, Alicia.
Yeah, you're so welcome, guys.
Anybody else? Any other questions? So helpful. And I'll post your other training because I do think that will be a really nice companion. And I'll also share this in the executive page because I know a lot of people wanted it.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Good luck with school tomorrow.
Thanks. I'm so excited.
Enjoy your time. Thanks, Alicia.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.